The main Live 8 concert was held at Hyde Park, London, England on July 2, 2005, in front of over 200,000 people. The show's logistics were managed by promoter Harvey Goldsmith. The event is also referred to as Live 8 London, or Live 8 UK. Lineup and songs, in order of appearance: Bob Geldof, Overture; Paul McCartney with U2 Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, U2 Beautiful Day/Blackbird, Vertigo, 1/Unchained Melody, Coldplay and My Place Rockin' All Over the World, Bittersweet Symphony, Fix You, David Walliams and Matt Lucas as their Little Britain characters Lou and Andy. Elton John The Bitch Is Back, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, Children of the Revolution, Bob Geldof, Bill Gates, Ditto to the First White Flag, Thank You, and 7 Seconds, Stereophonics The Bartender and the Thief Ace of Spades, Dakota, Maybe Tomorrow, Local Boy in the Photograph, Ricky Gervais, R.E.M. Imitation of Life, Everybody Hurts, Man on the Moon, Kofi Anan's Dynamite DY Nami T, Redemption Song, Keane Somewhere Only We Know, Bed-Shaped, Will Smith in Philadelphia, USA, Travis R² Sing, Sides/Stayin' Alive, Why Does It Always Rain on Me? Bob Geldof R² I Don't Like Mondays, Brad Pitt, HP 1819, Annie Lennox R², Why, Little Bird, Sweet Dreams, UB40 Food for Thought, Who You Fighting For? Reasons, Red Wine, Can't Help Falling in Love, Snoop Dogg Ups and Downs, Drop It Like It's Hot, Signs, The Next Episode, Who Am I, Razorlight 1913 Massacre/Somewhere Else, Golden Touch, In the City. Bob Geldof introduced 24-year-old Biran Woldu, an Ethiopian student who was shown as a starving child in a video at Live Aid. Madonna Like a Prayer, Ray of Light, Music, Snow Patrol R² Chocolate, Run, The Killers All These Things That I've Done, Joss Stone Super Duper Love, I Had a Dream, Some Kind of Wonderful, Scissor Sisters Laura, Take Your Mama, Everybody Wants the Same Thing, Velvet Revolver Do It for the Kids, Fall to Pieces, Mountains Song Slither, Lenny Henry, Sting Message in a Bottle, Driven to Tears, Every Breath You Take, Dawn French, Mariah Carey Make It Happen, Hero, We Belong Together. David Beckham, Robbie Williams We Will Rock You, Let Me Entertain You, Feel, Angels, Peter Kay Presenter, Comedy, and a cappella excerpt of Is This the Way to Amarillo, The Who Are You, Won't Get Fooled Again, Pink Floyd Cubed Speak to Me/Breathe Segged with Breathe, Money, Wish You Were Here, Comfortably Numb, Paul McCartney Get Back, Drive My Car, Helter Skelter, The Long and Winding Road/Hey Jude, Refrain, are to the first also performing at the Paris show on July 2, 2005. R² also performing at the Edinburgh show on July 6, 2005, R-Cubed guitarist David Gilmour was in Brian Ferry's band at Live Aid. Prior to this event, Pink Floyd had not performed together with former band member Roger Waters since 1981. Others who had played Live Aid 20 years before were Bob Geldof, U2, Paul McCartney, Elton John, Sting, The Who, George Michael and Madonna. Performance notes. It had been said that Paul McCartney and U2's Bono would be wearing Sgt. Pepper costumes, but, in the event, they were worn by a four-piece French horn section of freelance London area French horn players, Richard Stagwell, Adam Walters, Joe Walters and Matt Gunner. This is documented in A Devil to Play, by Jasper Rees on page 275. Immediately following Travis' performance, Geldof told the audience, he couldn't resist playing on this stage, and played the Boomtown Rats song I Don't Like Mondays. He had earlier said that he did not deserve to play alongside the scheduled acts. Both The Cure and Muse were originally listed on the Live 8 website, as appearing at the Live 8 London concert. During the December 2005 BBC TV documentary The Live 8 Story, the names of both acts are visible on a provisional running order, compiled during a production meeting between Geldof, Richard Curtis, Harvey Goldsmith and various of parties. In the end, both acts played the Paris Live 8 concert. All the songs performed by Sting were sung 20 years before at Live Aid. Dido and Yasser and Dor also managed to appear at the Cornwall and Paris venues during the day. While being interviewed by Joe Halley during the BBC Live 8 broadcast, George Michael stated that he was to have performed a solo voice and piano version of his song Praying for Time, but come the day of the concert chose not to appear as he was suffering from a very sore throat. Some artists, such as Elton John, Coldplay, Rem and U2, already had shows planned for July 2, which they performed after their performances at Live 8. Accordingly, they were not present for the Hey Jude grand finale. During the Hey Jude finale, Paul McCartney whispers in Mariah Carey's ear and she starts singing louder. The event marked the first time in 24 years that Pink Floyd's seminal lineup would perform: Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Richard Wright and Nick Mason. This was the final occasion that these four performed together, as Wright died on September 15, 2008 of cancer at the age of 65. Originally scheduled to close at 9:30 p.m., the concert overran and went on until just after midnight, leaving many in the audience with no means of returning home. As he had done at Live Aid 20 years previous, Harvey Goldsmith appeared on stage to thank the audience for their patience with the late-running event, and to make a closing appeal for people to leave slowly, to avoid crashes. Front stage passes, notable non-performing personalities backstage and in the audience included: coverage, television. The BBC provided full television coverage in the UK, starting on BBC Two from 13:00, and continuing from about 18:15 on BBC One, right up to the end of the concert at midnight. The advertised changeover time was 16:15, disappointing many who had set video recorders accordingly. The coverage was fronted by talk show host Jonathan Ross, with backstage interviews by Fionn Cotton and Joe Halley. 350 complaints were made to the BBC about swearing before the 9 p.m. watershed. The BBC apologised, however. A spokesman said, "This is nothing, really. If EastEnders starts 5 minutes late we get close to 500 complaints." In the US, MTV and VH1 provided intermittent and incomplete live and taped coverage, frequently breaking away mid-song for commercials or commentary by their VJs. This decision drew criticism from numerous viewers who viewed the commentary as being frivolous or inane and would have preferred to see the music acts themselves. However, AOL provided a full-week cast of the entire show. After the criticism of viewers, both VH1 and MTV showed many highlights of the Live 8 concerts on July 9, 2005 for 5 hours each without commercial interruption. In Australia, a highlights show of around 3 hours length was broadcast on the night of the concert, AEST, on free-to-air 9 network, and full live coverage was broadcast on pay TV. Radio. In the UK, there was radio coverage on BBC Radio 1, BBC Radio 2 and several local radio stations. The Radio 1 coverage was anchored by Chris Moyles and Scott Mills, with interviews by Edith Bowman, Colin Murray, Sarah Cox and Vernon Kay. There was alternative coverage on Radio 2, anchored by Chris Evans. Each station focused on artists who matched the station's playlisting policy and target audience. Most commercial radio stations in the UK took a programme produced by Capital FM for the day. In the US, XM satellite radio broadcast the concert in its entirety. BBC Big Screens. The BBC also had live coverage on big screens across the UK. People who were watching the event in Cardiff were able to watch the event in HD TV on a 17FT widescreen. This is believed to be the first ever live public relay of HD in Europe. Online, AOL's music channel included a live video stream. The BBC were also streaming a radio show from the live event over the internet via BBC iService, alongside various video clips. External links: Live 8,